We're going to be making some Halloween coloring cards with our Cricut. I'm using my Cricut Maker, but you can use any Cricut machine for this project, and we're going to get right into it. So I'm hopping on over to Creative Fabrica. I love getting my cut files from there because it is so affordable and it's just so much easier than having to design it myself. So I'm going to go ahead and download this one. I will leave it linked down below as well in the description if you wanted to do the exact same one as me. Hi, I'm Shay and I share all things Cricut here on my channel, tutorials, tips, and Cricut business ideas to get you crafting and create your own successful Cricut craft business. So if any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I would absolutely love it if you would hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to say hello down in the comments below. Once you download your cut file, go to your downloads folder and right click on the zipper file you see here. So it is a zipped file. We're going to right click, select extract all, and then click on extract. Now when you open up Cricut Design Space, you're going to select on the new folder. It's going to be underneath and it's not going to have the zipper on it, so the unzipped file is the one we want. Head on over to Cricut Design Space. We're going to select upload, upload image, browse, and then it doesn't actually show my file folder on the screen record here for privacy reasons, but I just went ahead and selected that unzipped file that we just created, and we're going to start off with Frankenstein. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull in all of the other ones that I wanted, and I will be right back after all of those are added in. Perfect. Now I'm going to select the ones that I'm wanting to make and add to canvas. If you look at the right hand side on the layers panel, you'll see that it's all set to basic cut. Now what we need to do is change certain parts of this to draw, for example the writing that says to and from and the little photo. So we go on over to operation and go down to where it says pen. Now I need to select each layer individually for each card to do this step. The next part after the pen is to change the score. And so what that is I have a scoring stylus, but you might have the scoring wheel. It really depends on which Cricut machine you're using, but it's going to be the same thing that you're changing, which is score. So I'm selecting the middle part of the card, the center, and then those two little flaps where the crayons are going to go, those are actually going to be score as well, because I do not want it to cut all the way through, otherwise it's just going to be a hole in the middle of my card. Once that's all changed and the outer layer is still set to basic cut, I need to highlight and drag over the entire card, making sure all of those layers that I just changed are attached, and select attach. This ensures that my Cricut knows exactly where to cut, draw, and score, and that it's not going to just cut through my design, because that has happened to me before. Now we're ready to make it. Go on over and select your mat and then organize it according to what you would like. Your Cricut Design Space will tell you what you need to do. Mine is currently telling me I need to put my scoring stylus into port A. So all I need to do is flip open the clamp, put in my scoring stylus until it clicks, just gently, you don't have to force it, and then close that port A. Now if you do get this error message talking about unable to find the scoring tool and scoring stylus and scoring wheel, all of that stuff, all you need to do is select edit tools and then go ahead and click on scoring stylus. This happens a lot with the Cricut Maker. If you don't have the scoring wheel, it's not a problem. You can just use the scoring stylus. Now I'm ready to press on the flashing C and tell my Cricut that I'm ready to cut it out. It will automatically prompt you once it's done scoring to then take out the scoring stylus from port A and put in the black pen or whichever pen you selected in your colors. Now that I've done that, I can just let it know that I've done that by pressing the green flashing C again. And depending on your Cricut, it might be a play button instead of a flashing C, but you know what I'm talking about, the top portion that does flash when it's ready to start cutting. For this step, it's going to draw and cut all at once without any more prompts, and once it's done, it will tell you it's ready to unload the mat. I did go ahead and set my base materials to a light cardstock because this is the one that I'm using for today's video. I did pick this up from Michael's in a large pack, and I believe it was about $9.99 Canadian, so it's a really good deal. So we're going to go ahead and do all of that, and then we're able to unload our mat and get started on adding our crayon. I'm going to go ahead and just address these to my little one because I want her to be able to color those in. She saw me making them and she was very excited to start coloring Now I'm just adding a few crayons that we had around the home. Of course, if I was making this for my child's class, I would go ahead and buy some brand new crayons, probably just like one full pack, and then choosing 2 colors for each one. I wanted to make sure Frankenstein had the green option to make sure that that was something she could color with, and then also the pumpkins for some orange. But obviously, if you're doing it for a whole class, it's going to be hard to pick the colors accordingly. That's pretty much it for this project. It's super simple, really budget friendly, and pretty quick and easy to do for a class. She absolutely loved filling this out, and it was such a fun and easy one to make. Follow for more Cricut tips, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy crafting!